Welcome to Grumpy Wolf Reacts. I am Grumpy Wolf. Today, I am reacting to Ren and Chris Webby's release, Me and My Monster. This is the countdown provided to me by my great Discord member. With the fast releases and stuff, I wasn't sure how, if all of them would be out or whatever. So, just in case. And I always get great quality, from them. So I always appreciate that they take the effort and time out to do this. Thank you so much. With that being said, this is Chop and Howlers. Thank you for showing up and showing love as you always do. It means the world to me. If this is your first time on my channel, how I handle my reactions is I do a single playthrough where I pause, I talk, I give my thoughts, feelings, and opinions on the content. If you wish to see this in its uninterrupted form, please click that link in the description down below. Supporting the artist on their channel and any platform you can is the most important thing you could do for us reactors, because we reactors are not a replacement for the artist, we are promoters for the artist. So let's work together. This is off their Asylum album that is available for pre-order now on Ren's merch store. I don't know if it's also up on Webby's. I have pre-ordered it. I can't wait for this thing to come in out. And so again, I recommend going and supporting the artist any way you can. Also in that description will be links to Discord and Patreon if you wish to join my community and support the channel, and those are the best ways to do so. Sorry, got distracted by Chop. Also, if you wish to make a request via a $5 donation on Venmo, there's a link attached to the main channel's description, and another Discord member, Jamaica, has been very kind in going through the comments and posting it there. YouTube has been hiding them from me, so I haven't been able to pin them. Sorry. It's like only one specific way I could find them, and I always forget what way it is. Anyways, with all that being said, let's get into the countdown and then the song. Unless something extremely big pops out to me, I usually watch the countdown all the way through and then just talk about it at the end. There are usually, with the Ren ones, there's usually something that makes me pause. So let's see what happens. We're gonna take it back. I got distracted. Sorry. Put that away for now. um let's That's about where I got distracted. Okay, it just seems like the same images on repeat. I have seen a short clip of Webby singing this in the mirror, but once I realized it was a song, I backed out. So a bit of it I've heard. I didn't watch the whole clip. All right, so that was the countdown. Out of all the countdowns we've been getting from Ren lately, and especially during this collab, that was the most basic one we've gotten. Don't always need something super theatrical or animated or anything like that. Just out of everything we've gotten so far, that was just the most chill. I guess you could say the same thing with Caskets, but that the emotions that brought out, I think, elevate like the depth of the countdown, if that makes sense. And this was still good. Not hating, just stating it how I see it. Let's continue to the song. That's the wrong one. Here we go. I'm also getting set up for tomorrow's stream. Lots of stuff happening this weekend. Almost forgot. Or actually, no, didn't almost. I did forget I had a movie day set up in Discord, so that happened. Now I'm back to recording. I at least want to get these Inpatient ones finished. And there's been a handful of ones I've just been sitting on that I want to do outside of stream. Because I want to give them... I don't purposely cut down the time frames on my videos and live stream. I think between the chats in the live chat and knowing it's live keeps my rants a little shorter. I'm a little more focused. I have less pauses of me just saying nothing. Like, I'm sure you notice it happens all the time, especially when I'm not recording in live. I get more distracted. But also the videos out of the stream tend to be a little longer. And I think it's for those reasons. But I don't edit. You get everything that happened in the recording session. The only times I've had to do a re-record is because of some technical thing that happened where sound or video was not available. If I spill something, the cleanup's in the video. Chop barks. I apologize, but it's in the video. Anyways, let's get into the song now. Alright, it's 3 minutes 16 seconds. Me and My Monster, a lyric video. Let's go.
I don't know just why I'm like this. I've heard people around me say something's off, I'm not okay. Cause that darkness I keep bottled up is seeped into my veins. So I let the monster out the cage. Something's in the water, at least that's what I blame. I can feel a monster that wants to escape. scratching on my insides. No peace from a freak of nature. Cause recently my thoughts are driving me insane, pulling me apart by the seams in my brain, crawling on my windpipe. Wake the beast, time to meet your maker. So let me get the first thing first. I was cursed since birth. I was born with Nostradamus like prophecies, words of fate. Pain shaped and the pain makes me not think straight. Brain checkmate, need restraints, since there's 2 chains and a whole cage to contain the pace of my train of thought.
Alright, whoa. I'm going to take it all the way the frick back. I said all the way back. One more push. There we go. The beat in the background, a slow strumming of the guitar, kind of reminds me of the beginning of Madhouse. Like where Ren is belting out some lyrics. I'm wondering if that was like a Easter egg for this song. They have been very playful with what's in the videos, what's in the lyrics. Not maybe completely tied together, but just little things that tie them together in the tiniest way. Like there's no story or anything to it. It's just a beat. If you saw the if you watched the Instigator video all the way at the end, they gave us that little clip of Madhouse. I was waiting for it the whole time. Like every drop, I'm like, where's this clip? I know it's coming, or it's just going to be a little short intro into the album. That was my initial thought. I was glad it was a song. It's one of my favorites now. All right. Took it back so I could pay more attention to the lyrics too. But I was stuck on that guitars, and I'm like, it might not be exactly, but it's similar enough that I was like, that's like a Madhouse. Even has that cartoony feel to it.
I don't know just why I'm like this. I've heard people around me say something's off, I'm not okay. Cause that darkness I keep bottled up is seeped into my veins. So I let the monster out the cage. Something's in the water, at least that's what I blame. I can feel a monster that wants to escape, scratching on my insides. No peace from a freak of nature. Cause recently my thoughts are driving me insane, pulling me apart by the seams in my...
Something about the freak of nature line. I don't know what it is. I'm getting Eminem vibes throughout this little bit here too. Nothing like tied to anything specific. Just, I mean, you know, he's one of the influences of Ren's music history, so there's no issue or anything with it leaking into certain things. Sometimes it may be intentional, sometimes it's not, sometimes it just happens. Yeah, there's no specific song that jumps out. It's just kind of the cadence about it. And I don't know what about the freak of nature. There's something, the way I'm hearing it, the way it's delivered even, but I can't pinpoint. That's completely different than the Eminem bit I just went down.
No peace from a freak of nature. Cause recently my thoughts are driving me insane, pulling me apart by the seams in my brain, crawling up my windpipe. Wake the beast, time to meet your maker. So let me get the first thing first. I was cursed since birth. I was born with Nostradamus like prophecies, worse of fate. Pain shaped and the pain makes me not think straight. Brain checkmate, need restraints, since two chains and a whole cage to contain the pace of my train of thought. Cause it's all for morbid, more highly strong. And the soul is tortured, more highly strong from a new supported. And the more I want, more I feel awkward, like I'm caught in a storm and I'm lost to orbit. And from dusk till dawn as the force that forces itself to the surface. It's coming, it hurts it, it's murderous, merciless monster that's lurking. I don't know just.
I like how the beat isn't really changing, but Ren is picking up his cadence speed a little bit and then a lot, and then taking it back down and doing it multiple times like that. I love how he and other artists can do that, where they don't need the pace of the song to set the beat. They could find it in there and just be like, I need to hit these gaps like this. It just shows more about the talent and love and passion they have for this art that they do. The amount of detail they're willing to put out into everything. Like hasn't been, even if I didn't like it, everyone loved Tarantula. So it's a hit no matter my opinion. I want to make that clear. And I may have bashed very hard in the beginning. I'm trying to be less like that, less childish, I guess you would say. But there's just, I don't even hate all of DMB. It's just those specific notes that make it feel like a needle in my brain. Like, I don't know. It just irks me. Like, in Into the World, there's a bit with the robot right there where I feel if they would have took it to a higher register, it would have been there. But it didn't bug me. It was but it wasn't something that just made me go, And again, this is different than, if it was intentional, that beginning bit of Madhouse and this, then that's different than, them having something that sounds similar. Because this is a whole song with that melody type music to it. Keep moving. If you're not comfy in the chair, you could get down. You have a nice bed down here. Well, kind of a nice bed. You ripped out the padding. But yeah. Long little rant there. Let me know. Am I wrong? Or does it sound like Madhouse in the beginning? Because I could see the bird in the tree and us going up, and then Rim just... I don't think it's identical, but it's very similar. And I think it's intentional.
And the more I want, more I feel awkward, like I'm caught in a storm. Need restraints, since two chains and a whole cage to contain the pace of my train of thought. Cause it's all for morbid, more highly strong. And the soul is tortured, more highly strong from a new supported. And the more I want, more I feel awkward, like I'm caught in a storm and I'm lost to orbit. And from dusk till dawn as the force that forces itself to the surface. It's coming, it hurts it, it's murderous, merciless monster that's lurking. I don't know just why I'm like this. I've heard people around me say something's off, I'm not okay. Cause that darkness I keep bottled up is seeped into my veins. Let the monster out the cage. Feel it in my bloodstream, rushing through my veins. Feel him as he creeps through the halls in my brain. And he's always hungry, gotta keep him fed. After years spent trying to expel him from in my head, he started under the bed till he made himself a home in the furthest depths of my psyche, to the marrow in my bones. He's that shadow that I cast, that reflection in the glass. He's that static in the silence telling me I'm not alone. In my DNA.
Sorry, meant to say this in the beginning. I'm getting very much Blair Witch vibes from this whole visual we're getting with the video camera going on here that the lyrics are playing on. They're both just doing. I'll go back even more. They're both writing this beat nice with their lyrics and cadence. I had something I wanted to say about Chris's stuff. I'm gonna let it play again, and I'll probably have to stop. I'm sorry, but I lost it.
I'm not okay, 'cause that darkness I keep bottled up is seeped into my veins. Let the monster out the cage. Feel it in my bloodstream, rushing through my veins. Feel him as he creeps through the halls in my brain. And he's always hungry, gotta keep him fed. After years spent trying to expel him from in my head, he started under the bed till he made himself a home in the furthest depths of my psyche, to the marrow in my bones. He's that shadow that I cast, that reflection in the glass. He's that static in the silence telling me I'm not alone. In my DNA and that double helix, he lead the way and I fucking feel it's too late.
All right, we're getting a little additions to the beat. There's this spookier, I don't know what instrument it is. Almost sounds like when someone's playing a saw, the that kind of wailing you get out of the blade when someone knows what they're doing with it. But the way he just described that whole bit with the monster, like it started as like the monster under the bed, then it made itself a home inside his psyche, his head. I mean, as I said, there hasn't been a bad song. Like most people, most artists, at least in the mainstream when I grew up, like even as a diehard Metallica fan or Toby Keith fan, when these like albums were dropping, I'm like a handful most of the time, sometimes more. Like half the album, a little more than half the album, good songs, others and then a couple you just don't care for. If it wasn't for that little bit in Tarantula that gives me the needles in the brain feeling, that would be another good song. But because that's there and I know it's coming, I can't enjoy the song. I could appreciate the art and effort and everything that went into it. And people who love that style of music, they are loving that song. So they did something good with it. And that's how I make the judgment on that. Like I have my opinion, but when it comes to that style, my opinion is very biased. So I'm looking at the people who enjoy it and they all love it. I may not understand it, I may not agree, but they're all saying it's a great song. So they did something good. I can't wait for the documentary. Oh, it's going to be amazing.
I don't know just why I'm like this. I've heard people around me say something's off, I'm not okay. Cause that darkness I keep bottled up is seeped into my veins. Let the monster out the cage. Feel it in my...
Sorry. I wanted to mention the Ren and Webby layering on the vocals right here too. They go for a little bit and then Ren falls off and it's just Webby.
I keep bottled up is seeped into my veins. Let the monster out the cage. Feel it in my bloodstream, rushing through my veins. Feel him as he creeps through the halls in my brain. And he's always hungry, gotta keep him fed. After years spent trying to expel him from in my head, he started under the bed till he made himself a home in the furthest depths of my psyche, to the marrow in my bones. He's that shadow that I cast, that reflection in the glass. He's that static in the silence telling me I'm not alone. In my DNA in that double helix, he lead the way and I fucking feel it's too late to make a vacate. It's chained to my fate, maybe I'm crazy or that my fucking spirit is just plain weak for letting him win. Or maybe destiny that we spend the rest of our natural lives together. Why fight each other? Cause in the end I've felt an emptiness that's following me since a kid. But he was there to claim the occupancy. A lifetime later, right back where I started, you see. Till the credits roll, still it's just my monster in me. Yeah. I don't know just why I'm like this. I've heard people around me say something's off, I'm not okay. Cause that darkness I keep bottled up is seeped into my veins. Let the monster out the cage.
Okay, Ren Wailing wasn't in it yet, or in that one. But Webby also was playing with the pace of his cadence throughout that beat, especially right there at that last bit. They are so talented, the both of them. And I've said it in a few videos now, just whether it's intentional or just their passion and love for the art they're creating and the way they can work together, it just pushes them to new levels of greatness. I don't know how. Actually, no, because of the Prisoners Nights we got, the Inside into Starry Night. I was gonna say some of that started, I think, before this project did. I'm a little foggy on the timeline at the moment. So I'll leave that thought process alone for now. And they killed it again. 2 down, 5 to go. This has been such a great collab. I'm sure it's difficult with the distance and everything, but we need more of these guys putting their heads together and making this brilliant music. Maybe less often than I want to keep it a little more special, but still, they need to release somewhat consistently. I don't know of another pairing like this. I'm sure there are some out there. I just out of my either knowledge or escape in my memory right now. So, other duos that are just as talented or more talented than these guys, let me know about them. All that being said, if you enjoyed this, please click that link. Support these guys on both their channels and any platform you can. If you enjoyed this reaction, give me a like and subscribe. Comment down below. Check us out on Discord and Patreon. And with all that being said, until next time, share the love and everybody wins. Grumpy Wolf.